Hi, we are Group 1, and we also have Chapter 8. I'm Courtney Hall. This is Lenique Brown, Patrick Moore, Jamar MacPherson, and Thomas York. The person I interviewed was Mr. Barry Joyce. He's the Assistant Athletic Director over Facilities and Operations in the WB Center. He manages all the facilities that all the sports teams use here on NC State campus on an everyday basis.
I interviewed Bobby Lewis. He's the head assistant basketball coach for the men's basketball team here at State, and he's been coaching for 34 years. He's been here at State for 3 though.
I interviewed Frank Berrigan. He's an intern at the Wolfpack Club. He also graduated from the sport management program here at NC State.
I interviewed Thomas Slide, who's the director of marketing here at NC State, also an NC State grad. He is in charge of game day promotions with men's basketball, volleyball, and gymnastics.
And I interviewed Justin Wilson. He's the Assistant Athletics Communication Director. He's in charge of volleyball, softball, men's and women's rifling. So amongst these jobs, there are many similarities and differences, and some of the similarities for all these positions are having good time management skills. You have to have very good leadership qualities. Being accountable, that means holding yourself accountable, then the people who work under you accountable for their actions. Being able to work well with others, you always be in a group setting, so having teamwork skills is also important. And everyone we interviewed is affiliated with the NC State athletics community. Some of the differences with these jobs though are some focus on written skills while others were more hands-on, such as coaching. And even though sport itself was similar, we all had different aspects that made it different, such as marketing, communications, ticketing, facilities, and coaching. And again, some jobs had direct contact with athletes, such as coaching.
After interviewing a couple different sport professionals, we were able to come up with a pretty universal group of pieces of advice. Some pieces of advice are be able to communicate with different age groups, stay level-headed when communicating with patrons that may be unhappy, delegate time and resources effectively, and lead by example.
Our chapter focused on behavior in organizations and more specifically personalities within organizations. One of the main topics about our chapter was the Big Five. The Big Five include extroversion, agreeableness, conscientiousness, emotionalism, and openness to experience. And kind of the general rule for all of those is just being open to trying new things and developing relationships and keeping up with them and just trying to get to know people and keep with your different contacts and whatnot. Another one of our main topics in this chapter deals with conflict in the workplace. Conflict exists whenever disagreement becomes agnostic, which is kind of saying two people disagree with what they're saying and tensions get a little heated and whatnot. So not only executives and higher ups, but also any type of employee has to deal with managing conflict and knowing when to be able to talk out a problem as opposed to just letting it build up and whatnot. So that's two of our main topics in our chapter that we dealt with.
As for thoughts, after interviewing Coach Lutz, I have a good feeling about entering the coaching industry. He's very passionate about his job, even though he's away from his family a lot. He says the love of the game keeps him focused, and it seems like a lot of fun.
After interviewing Mr. Barry Joyce, I realized that entering the facilities industry would not be a good option for me because it takes a lot of time away from your family. And with me being a very family-oriented person, I would love to be with my family on the nights and just being home with them. So that was my decision.
After interviewing Frank Berrigan, I've decided that while ticketing may not, and being part of the Wolfpack Club may not be part of it for me, I still know that he gave me some great advice to just be able to follow what you want to do, and that anything that you want to do can be achieved if you work hard and put forth your best goals.
I benefited a lot from interviewing Thomas Slide. He was able to give me good pieces of information as a student and as a future professional in the field. I have volunteered in the marketing department, so I have been able to experience exactly what it's talking about, and it was really interesting to see kind of an inside scoop of what a day in the life of a director of marketing is at a major university. One thing that I did like was that there was no set schedule every day. It was kind of deal with things as they come about. But after this interview and experiencing the marketing department firsthand, I realized that maybe I want to be a little bit more hands-on in the sports field.
After interviewing Justin Wilson, there were many aspects of his job that I liked and did not like. I did like the fact that there was no such thing as a typical day. Doing the same thing can become repetitive, and for me, I consider that to be boring at times. I did not like the fact that there was a lot of writing. He writes on a daily basis. He sends out numerous emails and press releases updating rosters and statistics. I did like the fact that he's kind of behind the scenes. As he described it, he's the arms that controls the hands and fingers to most sporting operations. Overall, it's an opportunity that I would like to seek further.
Thank you for viewing our presentation. We hope that you gain something from each of the people that we interviewed. Thank you.